Okay, hello everyone. Hello everyone, my name is youthful, and I'm with Temple Students for Justice in Palestine, and we would like to welcome you all to our event. Students for Justice in Palestine is an organization that strives to educate both the Temple and local community about the Israeli apartheid in occupied Palestine. We work for human rights, freedom, and the right of Palestinian self-determination. We recognize that people have strong views about Israel and Palestine, but we would like to remind you all that this is an academic setting, and we ask that you remain respectful throughout the entire event. We invite you all to listen to our speaker with an open mind, and we ask that you save any questions that you may have for the question and answer session at the end of our speaker's presentation. At this time, I will remind you all to turn off your cell phones. As popular uprisings in the Middle East continue to change the political landscape, and as a September deadline looms for a UN General Assembly vote on the possible unilateral recognition of a Palestinian state, pressing questions emerge about what these developments mean for the state of Israel. Today's presentation will include the situation in Gaza, the attack on the Mavi Marmara, the so-called peace process, Israel's current and future motives in the region, and what the revolutions in the Middle East mean for Palestinians and Israelis. That said, we would like to introduce our guest for tonight. Dr. Noam Finkelstein is a historian and educator who has been writing about the Palestinian-Israeli conflict for over 25 years and is the author of many esteemed books. Professor Finkelstein is one of the most prolific and respected scholars on the subject. Dr. Finkelstein completed his undergraduate studies at Binghamton University. He then went on to earn his master's degree in political science and his PhD in political studies from Princeton University. Notable supporters of Dr. Finkelstein include prominent intellectual Dr. Noam Chomsky, historian AviShlaim, and the late historian Raul Hilberg. It is a great honor to have him speak here at Temple University. Please help us welcome Dr. Noam Finkelstein.
That was a boo-boo-zella. They're cheering for you.
All those boos in the past were really cheers. I have to rewrite my history.
Speak out.
I think we're having a problem with this. Let's see. How about that one? You always stand over there. I think it was better. Let's just try it.
Sure.
You hear me better in the back? I think it's better. Am I right or wrong?
Right.
Yeah.
It is.
Okay.
Down if you're right.
Excuse me?
Side down if you're right.
Sure.
Okay. Just give it 2 seconds. Look at the sound right. Somehow I don't think it's a good sound. So I can usually tell. dull sound. That one is better. I know microphones here. Well, let's try. In the last row, do you hear me clearly? Raise your hand if you hear me clearly in the last row. Okay, we'll do it. Fine. Okay. Well, thank you for having me here this evening. I see my old friend Noam Chomsky, so I want to say hello to him. I know Mom should be here, is she?
See you later.
To her. And I'm not sure there are others here who I should say hello to, but I can't make them out right now. There have been a lot of developments, obviously, in the region, but there also have been fairly dramatic developments directly related to the topic I'll be speaking about this evening, or one of the topics, namely what happened in Gaza in 2008 to 2009. It was a fairly spectacular, if murky, recantation by Richard Goldstone of the report he authored, or the report of a mission that he led on what happened in Gaza. And then there was a minor recantation of the murky recantation by Mr. Goldstone. And I'll have some things to say about that this evening. And then as I was coming here, I was following the news on the latest outbreaks and deaths in Gaza and injuries in South Israel. I'm not going to have too much to say about that, mostly because I don't know the details yet. I don't know where it's going to lead. And also I think at this point the context is more important than the precise details. So, as the person who introduced me said, I'll be covering several topics this evening. I'll be looking at what happened in Gaza in 2008-9, which for a while felt like ancient history, but it's now being so rapidly rewritten before our eyes that I think it's useful to remind ourselves about exactly what happened there. And then we're going to look at what happened on the Marmara, the Freedom Flotilla, approximately, or nearly, believe it or not, a year ago already, when the Israelis led the assault on the flotilla that was attempting to breach the blockade of Gaza. Since a new flotilla is being planned to commemorate